Modi's no-holds-barred attack on the Gandhis in his Samvidhan debate, where he just concluded, Modi asserted that the Congress has tried to murder the Samvidhan. Modi is Gandhi Parivar for Satta attack. He's listed out his government Samvidhan Savior Acts, listing out what the BJP has established and achieved over the years when he was in power. In fact, he goes on to point from Nehru, Indira to Rajiv, now Rahul Gandhi, Prime Minister Modi, listing the Congress ke paap. Basically, that's precisely the statement he says, the Congress ke paap, to hit back at all the allegations that were leveled against the ruling NDA. Here was Prime Minister Modi's fitting reply as he spoke about the emergency period, the Shah Banu case, all the way to Article 370, the reservation mismanagement. This was Modi's reply. Let's listen in. Well, as we get to that reaction, what we hear Prime Minister Modi said right from the start was the emergency period, on how that was the biggest violation of the tenets of Constitution. The Samvidhan debate that commemorates 75 years of Indian Constitution and its legacy, Prime Minister Modi concluded that speech with a fiery attack, pointing fingers at the Congress government, saying 75 years, 75 times the Congress party has violated the Constitution, has overruled, trampled the Constitution at every given opportunity. He spoke of minority appeasement by and large, spoke about reservation mismanagement. He spoke about how the Gandhi Parivar have only worked for power and not people. That's precisely what he says when he started off the debate itself, that the Congress was always hungry for power and to maintain their chair, but never worked really for the people. They mismanaged reservation only to appease and for vote bank politics. He goes on to point fingers at the emergency period on how that was the biggest mistake, the biggest violation of the Constitution. Prime Minister Modi has just concluded. He's walking out of the parliament. I'm going to quickly bring in Aishwarya Paliwal for a little more. Aishwarya, give us more on Prime Minister Modi's attack as he in fact fired jibes and jabs at the Congress party right from the start of his debate, as expected, kicking off with the emergency period that was imposed.
Well, Nabila, not just what happened when Indira Gandhi was in power, but also spoke about the fact that everything began from the Congress party, from the first Prime Minister of our nation. He also spoke about the fact that these policies, which were brought in by the forefathers, are now being continued by people who are running the party even today. He also specifically, made a distinction the way in which the Bharatiya Janata Party has come to power and the way they have been working. Prime Minister Modi very categorically said that you don't even know what the poor people feel like. You have only heard about them, you have only seen them on television, you do not know how difficult the life of an average Indian is. But I am an average Indian. I know exactly what Indians go through. My party knows exactly what Indians go through. And that's the reason since 2014, since the time we have come to power, we have only worked for those people who were forgotten by you. Prime Minister very categorically said, Jinko koi poochta nahi, unhe Modi poochta hai, which means that I worship these people, I worship the people, but you do not understand what pain a normal Indian goes through. And that's the reason why throughout your history, throughout the past 75 years, you have never made sure that you do something, even though you had majority, you never worked for them, but it is my party. Also categorically saying that it's not just me, but the history of my party has been such. We have always kept the Constitution alive and we want to work for it. He also specifically spoke about the way in which women are being given the lead. He spoke about the fact that when the Constitution was being debated, there were women there, women who gave in their inputs, and this is exactly what the party wants now. They're saying that my government is making sure that women are at the forefront. You never did it. Spoke about the Shah Banu case and said that the Supreme Court had given very clear instructions, but it was your government, Congress government, Rajiv Gandhi, once again trampled upon the prevalent rules, made sure that they bring in something about which then led to the reversal of the Shah Banu case. So, Prime Minister Modi, Nabila, using this a chance to make sure that he pinpoints everything wrong that has been done, specifically by one family in the Congress party.
Opportunity to fire at the Congress, and he started off with that. He spoke about appeasement politics and reservation. Precisely that, what he said in his Samvidhan debate, while accusing the Congress party of working only for power and therefore appeasing a certain section of the society. Appeasement politics is what the Congress played, all for power and not for people. I'm going to quickly get that video out for you where he said it. Listen in.
वोट बैंक की राजनीति में खुपे हुए लोगों ने, डूबे हुए लोगों ने धर्म के आधार पर, तुष्टीकरण के नाम पर आरक्षण के अंदर कुछ न कुछ नुक्सेदनी करने का प्रयास किया और इसका सबसे बड़ा नुकसान एससी, एसटी और ओबीसी समाज को हुआ है। आदरणीय सभापति जी, आरक्षण की कथा बहुत लंबी है। नेहरू जी से लेकर के राजीव गांधी तक कांग्रेस के प्रधानमंत्रियों ने आरक्षण का घोर विरोध किया है। हिस्ट्री कह रही है आरक्षण के विरोध में लंबी लंबी चिट्ठियां स्वयं नेहरू जी ने लिखी है, मुख्यमंत्रियों को लिखी है। इतना ही नहीं, सदन में आरक्षण के खिलाफ लंबे लंबे भाषण इन लोगों ने किए हैं।
All right, well, we have Maushami for a little more on that. Maushami, as expected, you had the Prime Minister speaking on the Congress's appeasement politics. He spoke about reservations, on how this has deprived the SC, ST, OBC, all to appease one particular community. We've heard that extensively. He's also added that in his Samvidhan conclusive debate. Give us a little more, what the Congress has responded with.
Clearly, Nabila, the Prime Minister was trying to reply to the barbs of the Congress party and specifically Rahul Gandhi, who spoke about Eklavya and how this government was cutting the thumb of Eklavya, in fact, the talent of the youth, the farmers, to benefit a few. And if you remember that Rahul Gandhi concluded his speech by saying that come what may, we will break the wall of 50% cap on reservation and we will get the caste census. And that's why you have the Prime Minister, and as you rightly pointed out, he's done it in the past as well, where he's pointed out how the Congress leadership, particularly the Gandhis, have been against reservation and quoted the leaders about it. Importantly, you know, the Prime Minister, while attacking the Congress, made sure that he could draw a parallel between his governance and the Congress governance, how the Congress wanted the poor to remain poor, and while he spoke about the welfare of the people, spoke about the health card scheme, spoke about the Ujjwala Yojana, and thereby elaborating about even the international policy of the government, the foreign policy, and G20. So clearly, here the Prime Minister took it as an opportunity to not only talk about the past history and how the Constitution was not only, taken from a leaf from the 1950s, but also about how it was thousands of years of culture and history, and that was enshrined in the Constitution, and the makers of the Constitution believed that, that was a true reflection. So clearly, either sides tried to take this opportunity to say that they were the protectors of Constitution, and since it's become a political calling card, we've seen the Prime Minister call out Rahul Gandhi in the recent Maharashtra Assembly elections as well, where he said they are trying to hoodwink the people, mislead the people, that we are trying to change the Constitution. Thereby, he hammered in that point that it was the Congress that's always not believed in the Constitution.